Hi everyone, this is Aravind from miningbusinessdata.com, and in this video I am going to show you a demo of a tool I built which allows you to bulk upload intents from a CSV file to Dialogflow. And to be able to use this tool, it's important that you should follow a specific file structure for your CSV file, and I've written about it in this article which talks about how to bulk upload intents from a CSV file. So there are two different formats you can follow. The first one is a two-column format where you have the user message on the left and the response coming back from the agent on the right, which is of course a very simple way to upload these intents. The alternative structure, which is a little more complex, is where you list all the intent IDs and then the intent names and the list of user says and text response. And you can see that there can be some variation between the total number of user says and text response, as you see in this colored example. So once you have the files in one of these two formats, you can go to the tool I have created on my website, and you can see that it's located at /csvupload/upload_csv.html. I will also leave a link to this in this video. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to select the file. So the file I have here is in the two-column format, and you can notice that as soon as I loaded the file, it popped up this download agent zip file button, and when you click on it, you will be able to, you can see that it's actually downloaded this example.zip file. Now you can go over to your Dialogflow console, and you can see that I have this demo agent here which has no intents right now. And once I go into the export and import tab, so here I can go to this restore from zip. I can select, so once I select the zip file that I just downloaded, you can see that I can do a restore from that zip file, and let's see what we have in our intents. So you can see that it's actually created its own intent name. It's going to be based off it's going to be based off the user says. So if I click through into this, it's going to see what is the atomic number of carbon, and you can see that it's just created a slug based on this user phrase, and that will become the intent name. And that's somewhat similar to how, for example, WordPress creates a URL from the title of the post. Now that this has been added, you can just click on save. I think that clicking on the save inside an intent is what starts the training of the agent. So once we do that, now I can just say what is the atomic number of carbon, and you will see that it comes back with the response, the atomic number of carbon is 6, which is basically what we have. So that's how it works for the two-column format. So now we will take a look at how to upload a 4-column CSV file. So I go back to the choose file, and here you can see that the format it shows is changed. Now it's using intent ID, intent name, query, and response, which is reflecting what we actually had in the original file. And if I download the agent zip file, you can see that it downloaded it to a file called example1.zip. And let's go back to Dialogflow, and here I'm going to go into the export and import tab again, and I'm going to do a restore. So now I have selected the correct zip file. Let's go ahead and click on the restore, and it says added 4 intents. Now if we take a look at what's inside those intents, you can see that it's reflecting what we had in the CSV file. There's the user message 1.1, and then there's your response 1. And if I were to save it, it will start the training. So now if I type the message user message 1.2, let's say, you will expect the response 1 and the intent 1 is mapped correctly as you expect. So this is an example which shows like how you can take your CSV file, and as long as it's in the correct format, you can just use the tool to upload the file, and you can create your agent zip file automatically. Now, a couple of things to remember about this is that the tool is using nothing more than client-side JavaScript. Nothing is getting actually submitted to my server or my website, so I don't have to worry about, like, if you have some confidential information in your CSV file, you don't have to worry about that. It's not, none of that information is actually going to my server. And another thing to remember is that you should not have any extra data in the rows or the columns, because that will become like extra columns or extra rows and it will mess up the data in your zip file. And in fact, I would think that it won't even create the zip file correctly if you do that. And also, one last thing to note is that if you want to get some examples of the CSV files, right at the top I have these download sample CSV file section where you can just click on these two links and you'll be able to download a sample 2-column CSV file and a sample 4-column CSV file. I also hope that if you find any issues or bugs, if you can just leave a comment on this video, I think that will be very helpful.